Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's both important and uncomfortable: racism in America. From the horrors of slavery to the injustices faced by Native Americans, racism has deeply marred our history. Even with numerous laws aimed at combating this issue, racism remains prevalent today. In this video, we'll be discussing the top 10 most racist states in America. But before we begin, remember to hit that like button if you find this topic important and subscribe for more content on social issues. Let's get started. Racism is defined as any prejudice or discrimination against a person based on their race or ethnic group. While most people recognize this as morally wrong, many still unintentionally harbor racist views. Social media data, though anonymized, provides a glimpse into these prejudices. Remember, the states listed here are not entirely racist, but they have a significant number of people expressing racist views online. Today we'll explore not just the data, but also the history and current events that contribute to the racism in these states. We'll look at both subtle and overt racism, the systemic issues, and personal anecdotes that paint a vivid picture of the situation. Number 10. Maryland. Maryland might surprise you. It's one of the least systemically racist states, with a low income gap by race and high racial integration. Yet 16.59% of tweets about race from Maryland were hateful. This contradiction may stem from its dark history, including the late abolition of slavery in 1864 and the presence of KKK chapters in the past. Today, racism persists subtly, especially in rural areas. Number 9. West Virginia. Known for its overt racism, 16.78% of race-related tweets from West Virginia are hateful. Many residents openly use racial slurs, and people of color are advised to avoid certain areas. Despite this, West Virginia has a low employment and income gap by race, possibly due to the overall economic challenges faced by the state. Number 8. Arkansas. With 16.83% of hateful tweets, Arkansas's racism is often blatant, especially in places like Zinc and Harrison. The state is home to numerous hate groups, including the modern-day KKK. While younger generations strive to change this image, the older population often proudly holds on to racist views. Number 7. Kansas. Kansas has systemic issues, ranking poorly in racial integration and income gap by race. In cities like Wichita, racial segregation is visibly stark. With 16.95% of hateful tweets, the state reflects the lingering prejudices from older generations. Number 6. Wisconsin's 16.98% hateful tweets correlate with high hate crime rates and significant racial segregation, particularly in Milwaukee. Personal accounts highlight the daily prejudices faced by people of color, reinforcing the state's poor ranking. Number 5. Hawaii. Hawaii's 17.06% hateful tweets often stem from ignorance rather than hate. Its unique cultural landscape includes a mix of influences, but a lack of black culture leads to misguided use of racial slurs. However, Hawaii ranks well in terms of institutional racism, with low employment and income gaps by race. Number 4. Mississippi. Despite only 18.59% of hateful tweets, Mississippi's deep-seated racism is evident. The state has significant employment and income gaps by race and a history of laws designed to suppress black political power. This legacy continues to impact the state's social fabric. Number 3. Maine. In Maine, 19.25% of tweets about race are hateful. The state's predominantly white population often displays ignorance rather than overt hostility. Instances of casual racism and stereotypes are common, reflecting a broader issue of racial insensitivity. Number 2. South Dakota. With 20% of tweets being derogatory, South Dakota also struggles with systemic racism. It has the worst income gap and second worst employment gap by race. Racism against Native Americans is particularly prevalent, affecting daily life and opportunities for many indigenous residents. Number 1. Delaware. Surprisingly, Delaware tops the list with 21.4% of race-related tweets being hateful. This small state, often overlooked, shows that racism can thrive in unexpected places. The state's high percentage of derogatory tweets highlights the pervasive nature of racial prejudice. What do you think about this list? Do you agree or disagree with the rankings? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced or witnessed racism in any of these states? We want to hear your stories. Racism remains a significant issue across the United States. While these states have been highlighted for their online expressions of racism, it's essential to remember that most residents are not racist. Awareness and education are key to combating these prejudices. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Together, we can work towards a more inclusive and understanding society. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos on social issues and other important topics. See you in the next video.